Hello, my lovely people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to our YouTube channel. And if you see me for the first time, kindly consider subscribing and be part of this wonderful family. Today, guys, I'm back to tell you about my story time about how I was bullied in primary school. So when we started school, there was a junior primary and a senior primary. So this happened when I was in junior primary. The junior primary had 4 grades. It used to be sub A and sub B of first year and second year. And then you proceed to grade 1 and grade 2. So it was like that. But now you just go straight to grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and grade 4 in junior primary. So I'm going to tell you about how I was bullied in primary school when I was doing sub B or second year.
That's the way every day goes. Every time we no control.
So I was doing sub B as I just said, and then it was after break. After break, when the bell rings, we used to stand in lines. We used to make 2 lines, the boys' line and the girls' line. So we were standing there. So when we're standing on the line, we'd wait for the teacher to come and count us so that we can go back to class. So while you were waiting, boys started pushing each other. They pushed each other until they pushed our line as well. So there was this girl that was standing behind me. So the girl fell and broke her ruler. The ruler. So the ruler was broken, and then because I was standing in front of her, so she started blaming me for breaking her ruler. So she had a deep voice that said, "You see now what you've done. You've broken my ruler. You are the one that pushed me." So when I didn't even push her, it was the boys who were pushing us. And then we went to class. And then before we go home after school, she came to me and said, "Tomorrow we must bring money to buy the ruler, because I don't even know what to say at home, because you are the one that broke my ruler. Tomorrow I must bring money." And I was so scared. I was so scared because I was tiny and the girl was like, she had a deep voice and everyone in class was scared of her. So she was like you see those girls that are bullying others. So she was like that. So I thought to myself, and the ruler was too expensive for me. It was about, I think at that time, it was about 60 cents or something. But I had never had 60 cents in my entire life. So 60 cents for me, it was really expensive. It was too much. So I thought to myself, no, I'm not going to tell my mother this. Because our parents at that time, they used to hit us for everything. So I decided not to tell my mom. So we went home. And then the following day, okay, my mom used to give me money to buy fat cooks. The fat cooks, the cookies were like, I think they were 5 cents at that time. I think they were 5 cents or 10 cents. So my mom used to give me money to buy just one fat cook. So I so I went to the auntie that sells fat cookies, and then the girl came and said, "Let her." She did her hands like this. Let her. Let her is praying for Zulu. In Zulu, you say "Leta," meaning bring. So I had already bought that fat cookie, and then I just gave it to her. Then she took it. And then she says, "Tomorrow, bring money, bring another money." I I was so worried because with the cookie it was so big. So in such a way that you would eat it during first break and you cannot finish during first break. And then you keep it in a bag and then you eat second during second break. If you don't finish even in second break, you even take it home with you. Mind you, I had other two younger siblings who hadn't started school yet. So if I didn't finish the fat cook, they would they would take it and be happy. I would just give it or share it with them. It was so big. Remember, we're just tiny. I was about 7 years old. We were too tiny to finish a fat cookie. So I was worried and I didn't tell anyone. And then the following day, so this girl would wait for me until I go to that auntie that sells fat cookies. So when she sees me bring out the money, she would come and say, "Let." So even if it was money or a cookie, I would give it to her, so she would take it. And this continued for about a month without me telling anyone, not even a teacher, not even my parents. Oh, we were staying with my mother because my dad was working and he would only come on weekends. So we were staying with my mother. So I didn't tell anyone. So every day this girl came and collected whatever I would buy. She used to stand and look at me and wait for me to take out the money so I would give everything. Until one day I just broke down and I cried. So the teacher called me and asked me why I was crying. And then I told the teacher my tummy was sore. And then the teacher called the other lady. There was a lady that was doing grade 2, the exit grade in our junior primary. So that lady was so big, she even had boobs. So she could even carry me on her back. So she took me home. And when I reached home, I couldn't control myself. I cried. And then I told my mom what had been happening. My mom was so worried and was so angry. And then because she couldn't go to school because there were other younger siblings, so she called my cousins. They were boys. They were doing a grade 2, the higher graded school, grade 2, and then she told them to go and look for that girl and look for that girl and find out what is going on. And then the following day, I went with my cousins. So when that auntie was there, during the first break, we went there, and I was coming with my cousins who were doing a grade 2. So I went. So I was more confident now. I went, and then the girl, instead of coming to me and demand money, she just kept quiet and looked down. And then I bought. She didn't say anything, and then my cousin said, "Okay, let's go and approach her." Then we went, and all the children came. They started telling my cousins, "Yeah, she always takes money from her. She always take all her food from her." Now everyone was supporting me because I was coming with my cousins, the big boys from the big class. And they asked the girl, "Why are you doing that to her? Why are you taking all her money?" And then this girl said, she broke my ruler. How? They said, "She broke your ruler, and now every day you must take all her fat cookies and all her money. Until when?" Then she kept quiet. Then my cousin said, "Don't you ever do it again. Don't ever do it again. That money that you've collected is enough. You can't always ask for money every day and all the time." And then she kept quiet. And then the children, children, they were laughing at her. Now they're all on my side, but they were on Lucas when she was bullying me. They would just look and not helping me. But because I was coming with my cousins, they're all showing support. They're all supporting me. And that was it. The following day, the girl didn't even look my way. So I was so free from the bullying. So, guys, especially parents, please try to talk to your children, especially just ask them what's happening at school, if anything is bothering them, because they usually don't talk about it. They don't tell if someone is bullying them. Just sit them down and ask them and tell them to trust you and tell you if there is anything that is bothering them at school. So guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video. I'll see you in the next one.